Good morning, Brad. Really appreciate you coming on at 9 in the morning. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Good morning to you as well. Thanks for having me on. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. The reason I invited you on is because I saw a nice win from you in the Ecom campus. Could you explain what that was about?
Yeah, so I got my the first win there. That was about it was about a month of joining the real world. So that win, it was my first sale online. It was a pretty amazing moment I won't forget. It really proved to me that it's possible to get online money, as they say. Um, and then my next win after that, it was about a month after my first sale, and that post was about I did 10K in revenue in my first month. So I still haven't fully grasped that. That's pretty amazing to me, especially going from no business online just a month prior before that. So that's pretty cool.
Mhm. And can you state how much of that is profit, or do you prefer to keep that confidential?
Um, so it was about 30% margins. So estimated about 3,000 profit.
How much time were you putting into the real world when you first joined and until you got that first win?
So I had I guess I could say a little bit of a procrastination problem on my personal end. So I was putting in about maybe 5 hours a week. It definitely could have been way more. And to be honest, if I put in the more effort myself, I would have got my first win even sooner, probably within 2 to 3 weeks. So yeah,
Interesting. So about 5 hours a week average led you to your first win. And then once you got that first win, did anything change there where you put in more time after because you saw it was possible?
oh yeah, definitely. As soon as it's so motivating once you get your first win. Especially I was always interested in this type of space for years before, and I was always just watching people online making money. But when you're watching people online, you want to believe it's possible, but you don't really know unless you do it yourself. So as soon as I got that first sale, I was all in. I was hooked. So yeah, definitely.
Awesome. So when you first came into the real world, what made you choose ecom out of everything else that is available out there?
So something I really liked about the real world also was that when you join, they actually have a little questionnaire that gets you to answer a couple questions, and it recommends a method of making money to you. So I took that. E-commerce was recommended to me, which was perfect because that's kind of the idea in mind that I had when I was joining, just out of general interest, personally.
Mhm. Yeah, nice. And what does your average day look like now compared to before you joined the real world?
So before the real world, I guess I could say I was directionless. Um, I was always trying entrepreneurial things, trying small things here and there with some small successes. Um, but I guess that's the journey of an entrepreneur is you're trying things at the start, throwing things at the wall, seeing what sticks. Some things don't, some things do a little bit. Um, but now that I've got in the program, my discipline is way higher, a lot more strict and systemized with my daily routines. And especially after that win, and I'm much more motivated now managing my store. I'm managing my store and trying to scale.
Mhm. Did the community have any kind of impact on you?
Yeah, so the biggest motivator in the community for me was the wins channel. That's pretty cool to see people in all sorts of positions in their journey, getting their first sale, getting their thousandth sale. It's pretty cool to see people be where you want to be. It's definitely motivating, especially after every few minutes, seeing someone with their new first sale. before you have your first sale yet. It just reinforces that it's possible. Um, and it just keeps pushing you. It keeps pushing you until you make your own sale yourself. And then once you make your first sale, that's enough motivation to keep going yourself.
Mhm. Is there anything you'd have to say about the actual community in terms of the people you meet there?
They're definitely very friendly and definitely very there's a strong aspect of brotherhood in the communities. It's very inclusive, and everyone wants to see everyone else win.
Mhm. Is that brotherhood something you were looking for? Because I remember reading your bio and there's something about brotherhood in it, if you can clarify.
Yeah, so I'm trying to build my network, and that was one of my plans when joining the program is to build my network a little bit of conscientious people. Um, it's definitely hard to find good people who are on the same journey as you and have the same or similar views to you that want to reach high successes in life. And it's kind of perfect because that's where a lot of these people are ending up is joining this program.
Mhm. Yeah. Okay. And when you first joined, what was the biggest challenge you faced when starting out with ecom?
Um, uh, the biggest problem I found when starting the business were personal problems, so like procrastination, things that everyone has really, especially when starting business, or at least most people. Um, but the program really fast tracked that for me. Seeing other people win, talking about discipline all the time, listening to Andrew Tate talking about all the motivation, um, seeing all that daily, it really kicks out the procrastination and puts you in drive.
Mhm. I'm wondering, did your day change in terms of what you consume mentally? So the information, because now you're saying you listen to Andrew Tate. What were you like putting in your mind before? I know this is a bit of a weird question, but do you understand what I'm asking?
Yeah, I understand. So I would say I was always attracted to the type of people who talked about discipline and taught lessons online to elevate yourself. That's what drew me to listening to Andrew Tate in the first place. But he is a different character for sure. He definitely stands out above all of them, and he says some things that are very intelligent. So um, it put a different view on how I see things, certain things, and I'm a better person for it. I'm really grateful for it, actually.
Nice. And now, what have been the three biggest lessons you've learned from your time in the real world?
So the three biggest lessons I would say I learned is that first of all, it's possible to make money online without a job. That's a huge lesson for sure. The second lesson is that without a group or a network like this, it's really hard to go out into the world and find people like you if you're on this type of journey. So joining something like that and seeing that there's just so many people on a similar journey to you is very inspiring and it makes me want to go out and meet them. That's pretty cool. And third biggest lesson is that I need to have bigger goals. I was looking too small before because I didn't know where I was going to go. And now that I've already seen some small success, my goals are way bigger. I'm aiming way bigger and I'm going for it. So it's pretty exciting.
Very nice. Yeah, I've heard that a lot in terms of the real world giving people a direction. So it's great to hear that that has been your experience as well.
Hmm.
And speaking of which, where do you see your life heading in 6 months to 1 year?
So for 6 months, I'll be scaling my store for sure and possibly other stores, increasing revenue. Uh, I could see it going up to maybe 30K a month at that point in time, um, with certain systems in place, and definitely with the teachings of the real world. They teach you how to scale your stuff as well, so that's pretty cool. Um, for 1 year, if the product scales as I think it would, then a an exit of selling the business would be excellent. Um, if that's not possible, then I'll definitely be continue with e-commerce and all my other goals that the course has got me stuck on. I've been really strict with my fitness and everything else within that category. So I'll definitely be a changed man at the end of the 1 year.
Very nice. Something I should have asked earlier, did you have any experience in drop shipping before you joined the real world?
No experience at all, nothing.
Okay.
I watch people online talk about it, um, but no experience.
With what you saw in terms of the material in the ecom campus, would you have anything to compare it to what's out there on the internet, considering you didn't have any experience before, but maybe research you were doing after having joined?
So yeah, the teachings that are inside the real world you can't find anywhere else for the price that it is. The value for price is crazy. It's awesome. You can't find that anywhere else. You're not going to find it on YouTube or anywhere. And you're going to have to pay thousands of dollars in a course to find this type of information.
What advice would you have to people who are considering joining the real world?
I would say just do it. The price is crazy good. You're not going to find an opportunity like this for a very long time, if ever. Um, just give it a try and stick to it for a month, and your life will change.
For people who want to find out more about you or contact you, where can they do so?
They can contact me on Twitter. It's a new account, but it's at Brad Pitcher underscore.
Can you spell it out?
BRADPITCHER underscore.
Okay. I'll add that to the description of the video as well.
Okay.
And Brad, I look forward to doing a follow up with you once your store has scaled or you have some moments to show us.
I look forward to it as well. It's definitely going to happen.
So until then, all the best to you and goodbye.
Same to you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Goodbye.